Wallace, and today I'm going to be cooking a cheese soup with Chardonnay wine in it. This recipe was given to me quite a few years ago from a good friend in California, Mary Charter, and we've adapted a little bit to go with our Roam the Rogue theme, which will be the Saturday after Thanksgiving. All the directions and ingredients will be in our winter newsletter of 2010, which you can find on our website. So here we go. I'm going to start with a cup and a half of chicken broth, a half a cup of celery, a half a cup of carrots, and zucchini. The first thing you need to do is turn on your stove and put the chicken broth in a pot, and you're going to add the celery and the carrots. Those take a little bit longer to cook, and those are going to cook for approximately 5 minutes. So while that's going, we're going to melt our butter and our onions in a pan right next to it. Okay, after your onions are transparent, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of flour, or half a cup, I'm sorry. And we're going to keep whisking this until all of the flour is in little, very, very small little bead size. And this usually takes probably about 5 minutes. This soup is really great in the wintertime, especially with this wine. You can serve alongside it after we finish it. It's a nice acidic wine that goes with the cream, the whipping cream, the sharp cheddar cheese, and the corn. That's set for a second. It's been boiling for about 5 minutes. So now I'm going to add a half a cup of zucchini. Get it all in to a nice little powdery consistency. That's when you're going to add the rest of your chicken broth, which is 3 cups. 3 cups of chicken broth. And slowly add. Try and whisk at the same time. As we're stirring after we poured the chicken broth in there, we want it to start getting thick. So because we have that flour and butter with the onions in here, we've added it, it's going to start turning a little bit. Okay, so as it starts to boil, you can see it's getting a little bit thicker. And at that point, after about 5 minutes of cooking that, you can see it also turns from a clear color to kind of a white. Then you're going to take your vegetables that you've been cooking here for about 10 minutes, and you're going to dump it straight in there. Then comes the good part. We're going to add the cheese and the wine. So now you have just a nice stock-based vegetable soup, which would be nice by itself, but we're going to give it a little jazz. So I'm going to add a cup of very sharp, extra sharp cheddar cheese. Quarter of a cup of Parmesan cheese, and then a few little spices. I should use white powder, black pepper, or white pepper, but I'm out right now, so I'm just going to use a little black pepper. The reason you would use white pepper is you wouldn't be able to see it. So I'm just going to give a little shake of pepper. You can add more if you like more. And then give a little kick. I'm adding a little Tabasco, 10 drops. That's about 10. Okay. Now that you have all of this in here, you're going to let that cook for a minute. The only last 2 ingredients you need to add are the wine, and right before you serve is the cream. So we have a half a cup of Del Rio Chardonnay, 2009. Bring it back up to a lull. Get it a little boil. And that's starting to smell good. And then right before we want to serve it. So if you want to make this part a day ahead, you can do that, put it in your refrigerator, but I probably would wait to add the cream until right before you serve it. Bring it back out, warm it up, and then add the cream. But because we're going to go right into serving it today, I'm ready to add my cream. My cheese is definitely melted. Have a nice boil. Gonna add our 100% whipping cream. For all you ladies on a diet out there, you can use half and half. Or milk. But if you're gonna go for the gusto for Thanksgiving, I would highly recommend the whipping cream. Okay, so we're gonna ladle this up in a beautiful bowl and I'll show you what it looks like. See, it's nice and warm. Would be good anytime. But the best part about cooking is being able to try it. So, without further ado, let's see how it tastes. I feel like I'm Al Roker on the Today Show. Tastes like it's supposed to. Nice, cheesy, with a hint of wine in the background. Make sure and serve it with some crusty French bread. All right, here's to our very first recipe video. I hope you enjoy. Bon appetit.